New on Curiosity Stream. She was a loving wife, a devoted mother. She also stole atomic secrets and gave them to the Soviets. Meet the woman whose deception kick-started the Cold War on the spy who stole the atom bomb. And
what if they catch you?
Then I shall be shot.
They're coming! Come back!
relive history's most death-defying escapes. It's Impossible Escapes, Civil War. Watch now on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit CuriosityStream.com.
Hey, all the Macholas, thank you so much for listening to the Men's Room Podcast.
And thanks to our pals at the Advocates Law Firm for being great partners. Yes, even you, creepy Kyle.
Seriously, though, if you had been injured as a result of somebody else in your car, on your bike, walking across the street, talk to our friends at the Advocates Law Firm and let them help you out.
Yeah, they're the best injury lawyers around, and they want to make sure that you're not taken advantage of. Plus, your first consultation is free.
It's simple. You get injured, the advocates get results. Contact them today at advocateslaw.com.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. Thanks for listening to the Men's Room Daily Podcast. Want more? Check out the greatest podcast in all the land, The Podcast. Be sure to subscribe and listen to a brand new episode every Tuesday night.
Somebody out there deserves to be recognized. And the Men's Room knows just who it is. So to you, we say, bottoms up, sailor. You're the toast of our shot of the day.
Drink time it is, and as usual, we head to the drink desk and Steve and Thrill Hill to find out who we're toasting.
Yes, indeed. And before we get to the official shot for today, I just wanted to step aside here to say you've heard that saying that variety is the spice of life.
Yes.
Yeah, my parents don't believe that. Today, they have been married for 57 frickin' years. 57 years. I don't know if they lost the bet or what's going on. I moved out when I was 18. You know, you do the math. But I was talking to them yesterday. My mother said, you know, it's amazing because based on her math, she must have only been 2 years old when they got married. She might be lying. But yeah, happy anniversary, 57 years. It is impressive, and I doubt that I will make it that long. But to today's actual shot, today we toast the Texas Department of Safety. Now, an Amber Alert was issued Friday for a boy named Glenn, and he was described as 5 years old, 2'3" and 6 pounds. Right? This is an Amber Alert. Yeah, I think. So, again, this is an Amber Alert. So it's a radio. It pings on your phone. It shows up on the television. Again, Glenn, 5 years old, 2'3", 6 pounds. Now, the suspect in this disappearance was a 28-year-old man named Chucky, and he was described as being 3'1" and 16 pounds, carrying a huge kitchen knife. His race, they even put down doll. So now people start piecing together, wait a minute. This sounds a lot like Chucky from the movies. Now, if you haven't figured it out, yes, the suspect was actually Chucky, the killer doll from the Child's Play movies. And the missing child, the son Glenn, he made his first appearance in the fourth installment of the Chucky franchise in 1998. Any guesses which movie that was?
No. Chucky 4. It's son's time.
No, he was getting sentimental now. Bride of Chucky, Ted. And yes, pictures of the dolls accompanied the description in the alert. Now, obviously, this was not supposed to happen. The Texas Department of Safety said, quote, "This alert is the result of a test malfunction. We apologize for the confusion this may have caused and are diligently working to ensure this does not happen again."
There's a lot of weird test malfunctions going on lately. Remember the one where everybody was named a Disney character? And it was like an actual database for like healthcare or something like that.
Right. Yeah.
Whatever, but that was just what they used when they were trying to test the system out.
So I understand, they want to test the system. The problem was somebody accidentally hit the send button, so this thing went out. And again, phones, TVs, radios, and everyone's going, come on, man. You're talking about Chucky the doll. Anyway, they apologize. Glenn and Chucky, both doing fine. So we pour this booze and we drink this booze because we think it's yummy.
Yummy!
So over the tongue and down the throat to party in our tummies. Down the hola bichola.
The Men's Room presents Profile This.
Hey, Stephen Thrill Hill, can you please tell everyone how Profile This is played?
I sure can, Miles. It's a simple game where we share with you a real-life news story, something that happened right here on planet Earth. And as you listen to the story, based on the stereotypes you believe to be true of people and the decisions that people make, we'll ask you what it is you think makes a story a story. Hello, Brandon. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola.
Hola. Hi, Brandon. You understand how this here game is played?
Yes, sir.
Fantastic. You know you have a choice of one of three stories. We have the wonderful world of drugs. We have bite me. Drugs? You want to go drugs?
Drugs.
All right, drugs it is. All right, here is your story. We go to the fine state of Georgia, where a passenger in a car, Brian Turner, he ate a bag of drugs while the driver, Whitney Bailey, she hid the drugs in what they're calling a body cavity, this during a chase. And by body cavity, of course, they mean her vagina. Now, the chase began when the owner of a Nissan sedan reported that he loaned the car to Bailey, but she refused to return it. In layman's terms, she stole it. So cops tracked Bailey in the stolen car and stopped her when they boxed her in. But as officers approached the car, they found Turner sitting in the passenger seat with drugs in his mouth that he's trying to chew and swallow, as well as on his clothes. Meanwhile, police say that Bailey stuffed the drugs in her vagina. While she was taken to the hospital to remove the drugs from her body, they did manage to get them out. Now they have the evidence. Meanwhile, they'll wait, 12 to 15 hours for her boyfriend there to pass them out the backside. But they've been charged with theft, eluding an officer, reckless driving, as well as theft and obstruction of law enforcement officers. The question is, what drugs did he try to eat and what drugs did she try to hide in her vagina? Was it oxys, meth, crack, or marijuana? So oxys, meth, crack, or marijuana?
I'm going marijuana.
You go marijuana?
Yeah, I think it'd be too easy for him to eat anything else. Like, he'd just be able to eat it, and it wouldn't be all over his chest, wouldn't be chewing.
You said
oxys, meth, crack, or weed?
Yeah, he could easily swallow the other three.
I was going to say you can easily swallow them, but from a safety standpoint, you're risking your life. So if you have a whole bag of oxys and for something happens and that bag breaks, you're going to die. Meth, same chance. Crack, probably. I think marijuana is the safest thing. Not saying that these are the smartest couple in the world, but I'm going to go just based on the fact that the guy swallowed it, that I'm going to go with you, Brandon, and go marijuana.
Do we know if he was chewing it or he was just swallowing stuff?
I do not know. They just said it was in his mouth. There was some on his shirt, and they're like, come on, man. And meanwhile, she's trying to stuff it, in the front side there.
I mean, it feels like it's got to be weed, but that almost seems too easy.
Just on a side note, if the cops are already actively chasing me and I know I have drugs on me, wouldn't you have done that part already? Because they boxed them in, and then as they're approaching the car, now they're trying to get rid of the evidence. Like, bro, there's already cops chasing you. Like,
you're right. And weed makes the most sense, but these sound like idiots. I'm going to go with meth.
Ted's going meth. And Brandon, you're going to stick with marijuana, final answer?
Obviously.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we're going to find out what this couple had on them. Was it oxys, meth, crack, or marijuana next?
That was a tease.
New on Curiosity Stream, she was a loving wife, a devoted mother. She also stole atomic secrets and gave them to the Soviets. Meet the woman whose deception kick-started the Cold War on the spy who stole the atom bomb. And
What if they catch you?
Then I shall be shot.
They're coming! Come back!
relive history's most death-defying escapes. It's Impossible Escapes, Civil War. Watch now on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit CuriosityStream.com.
Bro, gnarly. What's up, Taylor? Dude, that nerd in his electric hybrid totally blew the light while texting his yuppie friends.
That's so bogus, bro. Are you hurt?
Yeah, like I can't move my hips, bro. I think I broke my pelvis, man. Dude, no way.
Taylor, you need to drop a dime and talk with the lawyers at the Advocates Law Firm.
No way, can't afford that, bro.
Your crotch is broken, man, and they don't earn any money unless they win your case.
Dude, no way.
You get injured, the advocates get results. Contact them today at advocateslaw.com.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.
The debauchery rolls on. You're listening to The Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
Category drugs on profile this. We got a couple in Georgia. They get into a high-speed chase. The guy who's the passenger, he decides to swallow the drugs that they have in the car. Lady takes her drugs and puts them in her purse, so to speak. So the question is, what drugs did they have on them? Oxys, meth, crack, or marijuana?
And Brandon, that is the very question now we asked you. The Ted Smith, we begin with you, so you know it's bad news.
Yep.
It was not methamphetamine, but Brandon, you and Miles agreed that it was probably weed because, let's face it, when it comes to eating your drugs, that is clearly the safest of the bunch. Hell, people eat edibles anyway. You are correct, sir.
All right. Nice work.
And it's Georgia.
Yeah.
Where it's
a big deal.
It is. So whether it is oxys or meth or crack or weed, they treat it about the same. Because they like living in the 1800s.
Now for all TV news all the time, and it's time for TV Time with Ted.
And now, because your pathetic life is confined to countless hours in front of a talking box,
Armageddon.
the Men's Room presents TV Time with Ted.
All right. Your choices will be James Fallon, James Kimmel, or Jimmy, as some people call him.
Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon.
Weekend Update.
Oh!
Seth Meyers.
Okay.
Bill Maher.
Ooh.
Ted Smith.
Is it Ted or is it late night?
That's right, all these guys have teams of professional writers and help them come up with their monologues each and every night. It is up to you to determine, is this an actual late night joke and from whom, or could it be a The Ted Smith original?
Experts are recommending double masking for increased protection against COVID. Not exactly the medical breakthrough I was expecting 11 months in. Someone said 2 masks. Oh, and if you wear one of those flimsy blue ones that come in a pack of 50, they recommend you wear the whole pack.
Fallon. Bill Maher.
Fallon.
Experts are encouraging double masking for increased protection against COVID. Not exactly the big medical breakthrough I was hoping for. 11 months in, someone's like, 2 masks? Oh, and if you wear those flimsy blue ones that come in packs of 50, they suggest you wear all 50.
McDonald's announced for a limited time it's bringing back its spicy chicken McNuggets and its mighty sauce that is and there's never been a better time to breathe heavily and lick your fingers.
Weekend Update. Yeah, I'll say Weekend Update.
Yeah, it's Weekend Update.
McDonald's announced that for a limited time, it's bringing back its spicy chicken McNuggets and mighty hot sauce because there's never been a better time to breathe heavily and lick your fingers.
Everybody's got spicy nugs now.
I know, because they took off.
Yeah.
If I'm McDonald's, just keep them on the menu. I get why you do it with the McRib, because it's actually terrible.
Right.
And the nostalgia gets people to buy it, then they're like, this sucks, and then we forget again. But the spicy nuggets, they're good. Just leave them there, man.
It's just crazy in the fast food world. You see now Papa John's is stuffing their crust.
I know.
Pizza Hut's like, oh, hey, I thought that was our thing. It's been revealed that Freddie, the world's tallest dog, has died. The cause of death has been listed as ceiling fan.
Ted Smith, Weekend Update.
That's Weekend Update.
It was revealed that Freddie, the world's tallest dog, has died. The cause of death has been listed as ceiling fan.
Michelle Pfeiffer, who is 62, revealed that she would love to play Catwoman again if given the chance, but said, quote, nobody has asked me yet. To repeat that, she is 62.
Kimmel. Ted Smith.
Ted Smith.
Ted Smith.
I mean, look, she looks great for 62, but
right.
It's Catwoman. You're 62.
It's right. We understand. It's how Hollywood has always worked.
Southwest Airlines has changed its policy for emotional support animals and now will only allow cats and dogs on board, while over at Spirit, everyone is given a snake.
Weekend Update?
Yeah. What's a Weekend
Southwest Airlines has changed their policy for emotional support animals and will now only allow cats and dogs on board, while over at Spirit, everyone's given a snake.
I was like, that one's pretty solid. It's been reported that adult model Bella Define is making over $1 million a month by selling her used bathwater, which is crazy because it doesn't even taste that good.
Bill Maher?
Fallon.
That was Weekend Update, too.
It was reported that adult model Belle Delphine is making over $1 million a month by selling her used bath water, which is crazy because it doesn't taste that good.
I see people on the internet make that joke, but I didn't realize people were actually buying that.
She's making the money, man.
It's also weird. I'm like, I have no idea who that woman is.
I don't either, but her water must taste good.
Yeah, no one likes taking baths either, but if it's profitable, why not?
Someone said, man, I'm going to give you money for your bath water.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
I take a bath like 3 times a day.
Yeah. Well, baths are just weird, too, is you got to have a tub size thing going on there.
Like a tub?
Well, yeah, but like my tub, man, like, I don't know. I don't want to be sitting there taking a bath. What if I had one of those big jacuzzi jetted tubs?
Sure. Well, sure, man. That's a game changer.
Okay, I mean, whatever you like. She looks like cotton candy.
Yeah, I'm with you. She looks like an anime person.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a real person. Okay. Jesus, seriously, I thought it was a blow-up doll. Yeah, I don't want her bath water.
No. I don't want anybody's.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
No. Yeah.
Good tattoos of Violet Michelle Pfeiffer's. 62 years.
All right, if you had the fancy jetted tub, Miles, you think you'd take more baths?
Oh, yeah, totally. Without question.
Yeah, maybe it's a rainy Sunday.
Sure. No, I would get it.
Drawing a bath.
I am, hot tub me is coming around. I'm really enjoying it when I get in there.
I love hot tubs.
I do, too. I feel like $1 million when I'm out. I get that blower and gooch it up, you know what I mean?
Like, oh, yeah. Let's see. So maybe is your state obsessed with Friends?
You mean the TV show?
Yeah. It's kind of crazy. Friends, like, it does so well in repeats. So basically, they just went out. It's been 20 years later. So somebody went through the Google Trends data, basically put together a list of each state's favorite TV show. And for 12 states, it was watching old episodes of Friends.
Come on, man.
Yeah. The states, California, Idaho, Colorado, Nebraska, Texas, Wisconsin, Illinois, Michigan, Indiana, Ohio, Tennessee, and Pennsylvania.
That's so odd.
And that's a lot of different states and a lot of different parts of the country.
Look, and I have not watched it since it's been in repeats. I have no particular desire to, but I just feel like, and I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Is it a show that holds up?
I personally think it does not.
All right.
But I'm obvious either, and I think part of it is a whole other generation. Like I said, like my niece and nephew, when I saw them last summer, they were all about Friends.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, and they're teenagers. Mm-hmm. So I think that's got to be part of it. But I think, you know what, there's a lot of people that probably think Seinfeld doesn't hold up.
I'm sure.
Whereas I'll still watch that. So I think there's a lot of Friends people, too, who will just rewatch it. And a lot of the time, too, is like, rewatching an old show will just remind you that time and place.
Well, it's going to look like a relic. So will The Office. I mean, no one's going to The Office.
Right. The what?
Yeah. What do they do there? People are together working in one area?
My God, it's disgusting.
When did that happen?
Let's see. In Washington, Oregon, Delaware, and Maryland, Umbrella Academy.
I've heard of it. I'm not entirely sure what it is.
Umbrella Academy, it's got like some mystery and stuff.
All right.
I'm kind of guessing. I've only watched an episode of it.
I think the people within the Umbrella Academy have like supernatural abilities or something like that. It's basically the X-Men.
Okay.
With some mystery thrown in there, and it's not quite as friendly within the mansion.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. People really like that show. I started watching this weekend. I started watching Lilyhammer.
Yeah, you were telling me about that. Stevie Van Sant?
Stevie Van Sant, right?
Yes.
All right, because there's 2 of them.
He's the ugly one.
Right, he's the one that's in the E Street Band, and then he was in Sopranos, a bunch of the episodes.
Mm-hmm. Little Steven, he's known as on stage.
Little Stevie.
Yeah.
Little Steven or Stevie?
I think it'd be Little Steven, but it might be Little Stevie.
Is it Steven?
I thought so.
I mean, if you throw little, I feel like it should be Little Stevie. Mm-hmm. Little Steven just sounds too sophisticated for little. He always looks like he's perpetually melting.
And he seems annoyed.
I think that's just his face.
Yeah, he looks
like he's actually a nice guy, but he just has resting bitch face, you know?
He could have done Young Frankenstein without makeup.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a pretty good show. He's a gangster in New York City. He's got to relocate, talks to the FBI, and he wants to go to Lilyhammer because he fell in love with them when they had the Olympics there.
Right.
And he's like, who's going to look for me in Lilyhammer? Now, I'm halfway through the first season. Obviously, I think eventually somebody's going to find out. But, it's pretty, and it's, I said this earlier, it's like a wholesome kind of gangster show.
You said like the lovable
gangster. You said it was kind of comical?
Oh, yeah. There's super funny part. I mean, the whole thing starts as kind of a comedy. So it's like 45 minutes. So it's like, there's a love interest, so it's got drama part, but and it's not like crazy brutal. If that makes sense. So that's what I'm saying. It's like a not family, but it's a wholesome gangster show.
Wholesome gangster show.
Yeah, and there's just some funny things, right? Like he's moved to Lillehammer, so now he has to like learn stuff about the country and this and that, and like takes a while to get your license.
Sure.
Blah blah blah. Just all the different kind of stuff too. But I'd recommend that one. Umbrella Academy, that got high on this list. WandaVision is number one in Alaska. It's only 4 episodes in. My biggest issue with WandaVision is every time I see the first half of that, I just think of Wakanda. And this show has nothing to do with Black Panther, I don't think.
No, WakandaVision's on BET. I have not watched WandaVision yet, but... WandaVision, right. But I'm like,
it's Wanda Sykes.
It's getting a lot of... It seems critically it's getting a lot of acclaim, so I'm like, I'll let the first season finish, and then I'll just binge through it.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's just hard to see WANDA.
And not go Wakanda.
Yeah.
Forever.
I like that Montana, their number one show, Yellowstone.
Okay.
Let's go to Wyoming.
Yeah. New Jersey, they're watching an old show. Can you guess what they're watching?
If it's Jersey Shore.
Sopranos.
Really?
Yeah.
Come on,
it's just funny to me that people live in these states where you have Yellowstone National. That's your favorite show?
That's a show.
Or you want to watch, right?
Sopranos.
You live in New Jersey.
But that tells you everything you need to know about New Jersey.
Yeah.
It's all about New Jersey.
New Mexico, Mike, do you know what they like down there?
Like them some Breaking Bad.
Better Call Saul.
Okay.
Again. Doesn't it take place there?
It does.
Yeah. Come
I'm sorry,
on,
Breaking
man.
Bad's the better show.
You know, I got to give that one another try. I only watched 2 episodes and gave up on it.
Breaking Bad?
Breaking Bad. But people swear by that show.
Absolutely.
Everybody I know that liked it. Jeez, man. Oh, but you're giving me I couldn't tell
no,
if you approving or like, I will cut you. You only watched 2 episodes?
Yeah, it's a show I need to check out. I just haven't done.
Yeah, and I like all the dudes in it. Aaron Paul's super cool.
Change your life, man.
Yeah.
Learn how to make meth.
This is kind of interesting. Sesame Street, right? I mean, as they say, it's been an institution forever. Do you guys know what year it debuted?
1969 or 68, 70?
You can tell by my smile. It was 1969.
Oh.
They teach that on the show. Guess why? That's as funny.
He wasn't originally the Cookie Monster.
They changed Cookie to be more literal.
Still kind of gave it a bit of an edge, but no one was going to get that.
And a lot of it, they're saying it was inspired by beer commercials. This is from the documentary Street Gang, How We Got to Sesame Street.
I have the book at home.
Right, so it's coming out later this year. So you probably already knew this.
I read the book. I'd read in the book, it was a Listerine commercial. So Jim Henson... He's friends with 2 people that worked at PBS, and they were debating what would be a good way to teach kids on TV. Because with PBS, you could do it, right? So they had all these different ideas, but I guess the couple had like a 3-year-old kid, and like most 3-year-olds can't spell anything, but he rolls into the kitchen where they're having drinks and talking about this, and the kid spells Listerine. Because the Listerine commercial, they spelled it all out, and they kind of looked at the kid going, the only reason this kid knows how to spell Listerine is because they sing it.
Yeah.
So they started writing on all the ideas.
Beer commercials, all those things.
Everything that we teach these kids, man, if you do it through song, kids will remember it. And that's
Safe Life Repairs.
My kids sing the O'Reilly Auto Part.
You name it. I mean, like,
they know
I do it.
Yeah.
They know all the jingles.
Right, so they're saying a lot of that was because of beer commercials as well. They said kids adore television, so why not? We could educate them. If these kids are going to watch that much TV, why not find out a way that they find a show that they like to watch, which is good for them to watch, and put the 2 things together.
And that was it. So believe it or not, it was TV advertising that basically sprang Sesame Street into life.
Well, it sticks in your brain. Makes sense.
It's how we teach the alphabet. No one says, all right, repeat after me. A, B, C. I mean, you sing the song, they get it.
Yeah, I think everybody has different ways of remembering stuff. Like for me, if I'm trying to remember like a code that's numerical, it's got to be 2 numbers. Like you know what I mean? Like let's say it's 6 numbers.
All right.
For some reason, I can't remember 3 and 3.
All right, so 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Yeah.
All right. Well, like everyone gives their phone number the same way. Da, 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 da. Everybody.
Yeah, you're right. Everybody does say their phone number the same way.
If you want to mess with people, don't do it that way.
206,
right?
834, right? 4,692.
They'd be like, please repeat that.
Okay, 206.
I like to pride myself on how long I pause in between, like, giving out numbers, so that the operator has enough time.
I just wait
without
for the
too much time.
I say things like, I don't give out my phone number. Why? Because you got it now.
Right. Watching some TV tonight. Check out Seth Meyers. Number one, Matt Cameron will be the drummer all week, but also he's got Mary Steenburgen and Post Malone. A solid Monday show, I said.
Sweet. Thank you, Ted. We appreciate it. You are listening to The Men's Row.
New on Curiosity Stream, she was a loving wife, a devoted mother. She also stole atomic secrets and gave them to the Soviets. Meet the woman whose deception kick-started the Cold War on The Spy Who Stole the Atom Bomb. And
What if they catch you?
Then I shall be shot.
They're coming! Come back!
relive history's most death-defying escapes. It's Impossible Escapes, Civil War. Watch now on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit CuriosityStream.com.
Oh, drat. I was driving along minding my own business when that vulgar leech hit my Beamer with his pickup truck. I fear I've fractured my clavicle.
I say, old boy, don't simply put it in the hands of your insurance company to sort it out. Talk with the dedicated road solicitors at the Advocates Law Firm.
Pipe down, you old sod. The Advocates will see your case through to the bitter end and won't sleep a fortnight until they have victory in their grasp.
Jolly good, old man. Jolly good indeed. You get injured, the Advocates get results. AdvocatesLaw.com.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.
Men's Room returns with Miles and Thrill. Now, let's see what's happening in the real world.
All right, here we go. Man tells cops the heroin in his car is a chocolate laxative that helps him with stinky time. Meanwhile, a man falls through a ceiling into a woman's locker room at a gym, and yes, peeping is in fact a crime. Peruvian lawyer caught having sex during virtual court hearing asked to speak to the judge. Florida man attacks two cops and a canine police dog and warned that he would not budge. And a Detroit woman wakes up and discovers that someone stole her porch. It is time for your headline.
Now, it's time to hit the headlines. Here's my car.
Top story, we go to Florida, where a man was stopped for an expired registration. While conducting the stop, the officer was alerted by the canine unit about drugs in the vehicle. After a search, the officers not only found paraphernalia, but heroin under the seat, oxys, meth, and a scale. Attempting to reassure the officers that it wasn't drugs, he informed them that the pills that he found were merely a chocolate laxative. Not convinced, the man was arrested on multiple charges.
What were they? Oxys?
Oxys, meth,
heroin.
Heroin.
Which is kind of ironic because the oxys would plug him up, so he'd actually need the. If he had real
Maybe that was his argument. Like, no, these are oxys, but hey, man, they back you up. Got one of them X-Lax sniffing dogs.
Maybe it's just one of those, you're going to jail, so you might as well just fire off your shot.
I think that's it.
Like, there you go.
You know that they know that you're lying, but why not give it a try?
Exactly. And way to have an expired registration while you're carting drugs around.
That's what makes me the angry.
Well done. In other news, a lawyer in Peru is going viral for acts that may get him disbarred. During a virtual trial, the now viral lawyer stripped naked on camera and began engaging in sexual activity with a woman that was in the room along with him. Proceedings were immediately halted due to the display, and the lawyer was replaced on the trial, and a probe is currently holding the lawyer's future in his career. That's become a problem lately, is people, honestly, these high-ranking people like lawyers and judges and whatnot just haven't had it right on the Zoom call.
People are people. You can say whatever you want. Everyone's roughly the same, and you break it down. The difference is either mute your mic or wait to the meeting zone. That's all.
Hey,
right. You know you're having sex. No big deal, but you just can't do it during business hours.
Right. I'm guilty of it as anybody. Don't be untech savvy. I'm not the most savvy, but if you're going to do that, then really make sure that you've got all your T's crossed and your I's dotted.
Oh, here's the T's.
Yeah, I mean, I check my camera and stuff 3 times before I will say something like, "Are we on mute?"
Right. I'm nervous about doggone pooping during a meeting, but if I have to, I know I got to, but I'm making sure, like you said, I'm giving some weird wave on the camera just to see if anybody picks it up first.
And look behind you. See what's behind you.
How many times
something just behind you?
How many times did I ask you last week that Mike's because it was like a company-wide Zoom, no big deal, but you just wanted to make sure that the mic was, because we're still working, so conversations still happen.
You have a conversation in your mind that you might be able to back up, and you just say, hey, Roger? Okay, yeah, the mics aren't on.
Or everyone ignore that person, pretend you don't hear them, and see what they do.
Exactly. Oh, no. In Jacksonville, a delivery driver decided to take his tip without asking. While delivering a pizza to a customer, their teacup poodle walked out of their home. Seizing opportunity, the driver scooped up the pup and hid her in his delivery bag. The driver was caught on video in the elevator with the animal before he took off in his car, and thankfully, the local authorities were able to track down the thief and return the dog home.
That's one of the last dogs I'd want.
Right.
Like that, teacup poodle or chihuahua, I'd be like, whatever.
Maybe it's just because, given what it is, it's a poodle, it's a teacup dog, which means somebody's going to pay bank for this dog.
Sure.
But...
Well, it's also crazy because he was delivering a pizza.
Right.
And then had somebody else's, DoorDash, credential and in the DoorDash bag, and then put the dog in there and walked away with it. So it's like, plus I think, was he drunk too? This guy was having a drunk.
I hope so.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he got busted with weed on him, and he was. But that's what I'm saying. All right, I'm here. There's a dog. Let me steal the other delivery guy's bag and then steal a dog.
They'll never piece this together.
Right.
I'm a Bond villain.
I'm sorry. It should just be a doggone increased charge to steal somebody's dog.
Any pun intended?
That ain't right.
Doggone.
As opposed to stealing a human?
Well, no. I'm just saying that, they charge him for grand theft. No, bump that up a little bit. Don't steal somebody's dog. That ain't right.
Well, it's in poor taste.
It is.
It is in poor taste.
Breaking rules, man. Still in Florida, local officers got a call from a person on the road saying that there was a man running in and out of traffic and even reached into his car, grabbing his steering wheel. Responding to the call, officers got to the caller's home, who told them that the suspect was trying to break into his home. He was found hiding behind a blue tarp, claiming that the home was his own, and demanded that officers leave. After he didn't comply with the officers' orders, he charged them, landing him in a world of hurt. He was taken to the ground but continued to resist arrest, which caused the need to bring the K-9 unit in, who then took control of the situation. The man faces a ton of charges.
Yeah, I was going to say, don't say the drugs on this one, because I don't know if they've released what he was on yet.
Okay.
I have to know. He fought off 3 different cops, a K-9 dog.
Right.
They choked him out twice. They knocked him the F out.
Right.
He woke up and then started beating their ass twice from being concussed.
Right.
I want to know what drug this guy was
Did you look at his mugshot?
He got wrecked.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. But he kept getting up and it wouldn't stop fighting.
He's high on life, Miles.
I don't know, man, but that was the one thing I couldn't find in the story. I was like, man, I need to know what this guy's on.
He took a beating, but he had to take 3 beatings to stop.
It's back to flakka and bath salts.
PCP, right?
I have to say, is that PCP or bath salts?
Well, that's what I mean. I don't know, but I want to find out.
Absolutely.
I say PCP.
More on this. Yeah. That's kind of where I'm leaning too.
We'll find out soon, I guess.
Yeah, right. Because that is it for headlines.
With that, Mike Hawk is out. Thank you, brother. We appreciate it. We'll see you next time as Ryan Castle joins us. And once again, we will sit and spin. The lovely Taryn Daly is up next.
Yes, indeed. It's all true. But in the meantime, we be all about this bitch. So until next time, please do what you do best. And for Aletha's sake, stay beautiful.
The Men's Room has been taped before a live studio audience. Wardrobe and makeup provided by Mantastic Limited. This has been a presentation of the Men's Room Radio Network. Oh, man! A Double Flush production.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too big to fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.